Hello everyone, welcome to the Linux Int. In this video, we are going to talk about how we can use Google Search API with Python. So Google is the largest search engine in the world, and a lot of people will go the extra mile to have their content rank highly on Google before any other search engine. So as a result of this, Google has lots of quality results for every search, and with great ranking algorithms, you can expect to get the best search results on Google. This has an implication. Its implication is that there exists lots of useful data on Google, and that calls for a need to scrap this golden data. The scrap data can be used for quality data analysis and discovery of wonderful insights. It can also be important in getting great research information in one attempt. So talking about scrapping, this can be done with third-party tools. It can also be done with a Python library known as Scrapy. Scrapy is rated to be one of the best scrapping tools and can be used to scrap almost any web page. Regardless of the strength of this wonderful library, scrapping data on Google could be one difficult task. Google comes down hard on any web scrapping attempts, ensuring that scrapping scripts do not even make as many 10 scrap requests in an hour before having the IP address banned. This renders third-party and personal web scraping script useless. So Google does give the opportunity to scrap the information. However, whatever scrapping that would be done has to be through an application programming interface which we call API. The Google Search API allows us make 100 search queries per day for free. So there are also pricing plans available for making more queries if necessary. So in order to be able to use the custom search JSON API, we would be needing a custom search engine ID. So let's see that how we can create a custom search engine ID. So in order to create the custom search engine ID, you have to go to this link, that is csc.google.com/csc/all. And after visiting this page, you have to click on the add button to create a new search engine. So click on add button. So in the sites to search box, simply put in any URL, or for example www.linuxint.com. Alright, so this is our URL to search. And in this field, which is the name of the search engine, in which you have to write here Google. It is most preferable to write here Google. So now click on the create button. So you will get these type of options. So what you have to do, you have to go to the control panel. So click on control panel. So this is our search engine ID and it will be private. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna copy it to my clipboard and I will save it for later use. I'm just going to save it into a notepad file. Alright. So before we leave this page, we have to remember one thing, that we have put in www.linuxint.com earlier. So with that setting, we would only get results from this site alone. So if you desire to get the normal results from total web search, then you have to go to the setup. We are already in the setup tab. And on this page in the basic menu, you have to enable this toggle button, that is search the entire web, and it is currently off. And if you want to get the results from the entire web, then you have to make it on. So we have configured our custom search engine and we have got the custom search engine ID. So now let's talk about creating an API key. So after creating a custom search engine and getting its ID, next we have to create an API key. The API key allows access to the API service and it should be kept safe after creation, just like the search engine ID. So to create an API key, you have to go to this URL and here you have to click on this button, that is get a key. So we have to create a new project for this. Enter your project name, that is Linux Int in my case, and you can give any project name to it. Click on next. So this is my API key. So I'm gonna copy it and I'm gonna save it into my notepad file, that is my API key. Alright, so now so far we have our custom search engine key and we have our API key as well. Alright, now we have to see that how we can access the API. So we have done well getting the custom search ID and the API key. Next we are going to make use of this API. So while you can access the API with other programming languages, we are going to be doing so with the Python. So to be able to access the API with Python, you need to install the Google API client for Python. So open up your terminal. So you can install it by using the pip. So write on your terminal pip install Google -API -Python -client. Alright, so this is our command, pip install Google -API -Python -client. Alright, the Google API client for Python is installed successfully, and after the successful installation you can now import the library in your code. So most of what will be done would be through the function. So in order to import this library, you have to write here from Google API client.discovery import build, and I have defined a new variable here that is my API key. So in this variable you have to give the API key. So this is my API key. I'm gonna copy it and I'm gonna paste it here. So I have assigned the value of the API key to this variable, that is my_API_key, and this code is also available in the article. So you can copy this code and run this code in your IDE, and you can change the values of your API key and your search engine ID. So next value is my search engine ID. So for this, what you have to do, you have to copy your search engine ID and you have to paste it here. So this is my search engine ID. So we have defined a function here to access the API key and the custom search engine. So what we are doing in this function is we have defined a function with the name Google Search, and we are giving the search term API key, and we are giving the search engine ID as an argument to this function, and then we are making our custom search. So I'm gonna paste 2 more lines here to call this function. We have created a new variable that is result, and which is equal to Google Search, which is our this function. So we are calling this function here. We are giving our search term as an argument, that is coffee, and then we are giving the API key, that is my API key, as an argument, because the my API key has the actual value of my API key, and then we are giving the custom search engine ID, that is this ID. So I hope you got the point. So it will search for the keyword that is coffee by using my API key and my search engine ID, and then it will print the result. So it has printed here the result for coffee keyword. Actually what it do, the idea is that it will go to the search engine and it will use your API key, and then it will search the coffee. So if you go on your browser and you write for coffee, you will get the similar results there. So in the result we have got a JSON object by using the custom search API and our search engine ID. So if we go to our browser and we search for coffee, so we will get the similar results here as we got in the JSON object. So I hope you got the point that how you can use the Google Search API with Python, and that's it for this video. I hope you found this video useful. Keep visiting our website linuxint.com for more useful videos like this. Thank you.